With so many iPads on the market in 2021, which one should you get? Hey guys, it's Rob's Book with Paperless X, a channel that is all about digital productivity. If you're new to our channel, hello. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know each time we release a new video. And if you're already subscribed, fantastic human, welcome back. All the latest iPads now support the Apple Pencil, so they all have great handwriting experience, especially when coupled with the right applications. They all run iPadOS 15, so none stand out above others. If the M1 iPad Pro can do it, so can the iPad Air 4, iPad 9, and the iPad Mini 6. Again, in 2021, we run into the same problem we've always had with iPads. No iPad apps use the horsepower you get on the iPad Pros. So, who needs an iPad Pro, you might be wondering? Would say anyone dealing with large media. These could be photos, videos, digital art, anything of that sort would require an iPad Pro. The 16 gig RAM will probably be worth it, especially if you're using it for professional reasons. The M1 chip would probably not be that impressive though. Given the one on the MacBook Pro didn't impress us that much, we would argue that, yeah, the M1 not as impressive as Apple sold it. If for whatever reason you feel you need the highest specs for the iPad Pro, you're better off getting a MacBook. It is a much better buy. Desktop applications are more powerful, especially for creative and professional work. We also recommend the bigger iPad Pro, the 12.9-inch, for anyone taking digital notes without a secondary device. The big screen is better for multitasking. If you don't like the big screen but want bigger storage, which is more than the 250 gigabytes you get with the other iPads, the 11-inch iPad Pro is a great option for you. One last reason to buy an iPad Pro is longevity. The Pros will continue working better than the non-Pros after a long time. We currently have the iPad 2018, iPad Pro 2015, and iPad Pro 2018. The performance on the iPad 2018 and the iPad Pro 2015 is similar, though the iPad Pro is 3 years older. So if you want a device that's going to last longer, you probably should go with an iPad Pro. At the beginning of this year, I switched back to the iPad Pro 2018 because the iPad Pro 2015 can no longer edit videos. 6 years down the line, it lags so much when editing videos, it's unusable. We're also experiencing the same lag on the iPad 2018. Both iPads are great with note-taking and all the productivity applications we've mostly reviewed on this channel so far. 64 gig on your new device is a terrible idea, especially considering that you can't expand your memory. We are hesitant to recommend 256 gig, which is the maximum storage you get for the iPad 9. Our media files are getting bigger by the day. It's surprising Apple would make an iPad with such a small storage in 2021. For its price though, the iPad 9 remains perfect for primary school and high school students. It is enough for studying and creating notes. It is also good for anyone who doesn't do much on their iPad. For reading and replying emails or basic note-taking, the iPad 9 will work just fine. This iPad is also great as a secondary device. So if you have a desktop and you just want a smaller device to move around with, this device will work just fine for you. This year, the 11-inch iPad Pro 512 gigabytes gives you the best value for your money. Storage on your iPad is the most important spec. It is everything because it's not expandable. The iPad Mini 6 still remains the most expensive notepad in the world. It can't be used as a standalone device. You will need a bigger iPad or a laptop to go with it. Obviously, the iPad you choose determines the Apple Pencil you use, and both the first and second generation Apple Pencils work great. And that brings us to the end of this video. Let us know which iPad you will be getting this year or upgrading to, perhaps. We hope you guys found this video useful. Give it a thumbs up. If you did, let us know what other videos you'd like us to cover on this channel. Fantastic human, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.